All righty, guys. We want to welcome you guys to the Wednesday night corporate overview for Travorium. For those of you that I have not previously met, my name is Todd Strand. I'm here with my beautiful wife, Miss Gina Strand. And tonight, we're going to be telling you about a company that is doing things in travel that have simply never, ever been done before. Now, we believe that documentation beats conversation. We are going to validate those statements, throughout this short presentation. But know this, that our company is doubling in size every 8 to 12 months. We're now in 78 different countries. We've added tens of thousands of customers. Last year, we're going to over double that this year. And so our entire model is word of mouth. We don't advertise in any way, shape, or form. So all of this growth, I'm beginning to describe, my wife's going to cover some of it too, but that kind of growth is coming from people having a wow experience because we don't advertise, zero. So the only way we get the next customer is by impressing the most recent customer. And it's obviously when you look at the trajectory we're on, clearly people are having an unbelievable, remarkable experience with our company. And it's because we're doing one of three things. We're showing people how they can, one, travel for less, two, how they can earn free travel. And then finally, we show people, if they so choose, how they can partner with our company, turn fun into fortune. Now, as we begin our presentation tonight, I want to turn this over to my beautiful wife, who's going to articulate how this whole thing began for us. And so, without any further ado, Ms. Gina, I turn this over to you.
Well, thank you, Todd. And to all of our guests, I want to welcome you to our call tonight. We are all both super excited to be here with you. So it all started as a complete fluke for Todd and I. We have a daughter who got a softball scholarship to play Division I softball back in Illinois. Well, we lived in Southern California. So we were traveling around the country, living and staying in lots of hotels and renting lots of cars. And as you can imagine, travel started getting quite expensive. So we started looking for ways that we could save money on travel. Well, Mr. David Hart, who is the owner of Travorium, we've known for many years, a great dear friend of ours, and he's been a very successful businessman. Well, he told Todd that we had to check out his new travel product where you can book travel without all the markup. So we decided to give it a try. And we were saving 40%, 50%, and even 70% off on hotels. Well, we started asking the other parents on the team what was the rate they were paying. And when we shared our rate, they wanted to know how they could get the same. So as we continued to share our story with other sports parents and friends and family, our team began to grow. And we only knew one person outside the United States before we joined Travorium, who lives in Canada. But as we continued to share our story, our team spread to over 60 countries. Well, as our team spread, our income grew. And our income 10 times what I was making at my corporate job. So 3.5 years ago, I was able to walk away from that significant corporate job income that I was at for 20 years. And now I get to work next to my husband. We travel around the world and we show other families how they can do the same as us. Now, the name of our company is Travorium, and we are a better life company. We've just entered into our 13th year in business, and that beautiful couple you see there on the screen is our founders and CEOs, Mr. and Mrs. David and Adela Hart. Now, they have a combined 30 years of experience in both traditional and direct sales industries. We are debt-free, we are in 66 plus countries, and we have paid millions of dollars in commissions. We have a corporate office in Temecula, California, and corporate presence in both Madrid, Spain, and Almaty, Kazakhstan. Now, travel is the single largest industry in the world. It is a $10 trillion industry, and it is estimated to reach $15.5 trillion by 2033. Travel is a business of dreams. It is on everybody's bucket list. If you were to ask friends and family what is the number one thing on their bucket list, most of them would say travel. And then you can ask them why aren't they traveling, and they'll tell you they simply can't afford it. But we have something to solve that problem. I'm going to pass it back to my husband.
Yeah, and you think about that, Gina, showing, again, the number one shared dream in the world is the dream of traveling the world. And when you can show people how to do the one thing they've always wanted to do at a price they never knew was possible, I think that Zig Ziglar said it best. If you show enough other people how to get what they want, you get everything that you want. But guys, that's what our company's doing. And when you understand that the travel industry, as my wife just mentioned, is currently twice the size as the oil industry, soon will be 3 times the size. It is absolutely booming, exploding. And to put that in context, as you watch our presentation tonight, know this, that if we only capture 1/100th of 1% of the soon to be $15.5 trillion travel industry. Now, that number is so small, I'm going to put it on a calculator to help you guys, right? So here we go. It is 0.0001. If we capture 1/100th of 1%, that would make us a $1.5 billion company. Now, from where we are this moment, if you were a participant and a catalyst in that growth, it would be enough for you to retire your kids, your grandkids for life. And so we don't need everybody. So as you watch our presentation, as you watch me go through this information, just ask yourself, is it possible? Do I believe these guys have a unique enough concept to go out and capture a little sliver of the marketplace, right? And I mean, clearly we're already booming. We're already doubling in size every 8 to 12 months. So a lot of you might be like, yeah, I think that's probably going to happen. But put that to the side, just evaluate for yourself as I describe what it is that we're doing. Now, when you look at our totality of our services, number one, tonight, we're going to show you how you can book travel at the travel agent rate. You can book travel without all of the artificial markup. I'm going to document that for you in a moment. But what it means is that you can book travel for 30, 40, 50, 60. By the way, it's actually 70. 70% off. We put 60, but you'll see stuff back there for 70 on a regular basis. I mean, guys, showing people how to book travel for, a fraction of the normal price. We're going to show you that with our membership, you're going to earn travel points every single month. Most of you are going to earn those points for free. Why? Because you're going to save more money with the miscellaneous savings than it even costs for the entire membership, which means the points are free. And you can take those free travel points and you're going to be able to go on a 4 and 5-star vacation, a dream vacation, every 6 to 7 months. I guess the truth is most people have never even been on a 5-star vacation. I hadn't. I mean, you might have been on vacation, but where'd you guys stay? Well, we were at the Best Western. That's not a 5-star. Oh, you were at the Holiday Inn. That's not a 5-star. You were at the Hampton Inn. That's not a 5-star. You were at the Marriott. Even that, is nice. But I mean, we're talking some places 4 and 5-star. That includes Marriotts. We've also got some Ritz-Carltons, some JW Marriotts, the Venetian. I mean, places that, most people only dreamed of staying. And you guys are going to be going on those kinds of vacations every 6 to 7 months. So twice a year. And most of you, you're getting the travel points at no cost. There's a multitude of ways that you're going to get those travel points where they're not going to be coming out of your already stretched family budget. And then if you so choose, you can partner with our company and you can turn fun into fortune, passion into profit. And you can decide, like my wife and I did, hey, people love this thing. Let's keep sharing it. And hey, why not make some passive residual income while we do it? And so we're going to cover all those things tonight. Now, when you come on board, the very first thing you're going to see in our membership is the fact that you have the ability to book it better than travel agent rates on resorts, hotels, cruises, car rentals, parks, tours, activities, entertainment, shopping, dining, show tickets, concert tickets, NFL tickets. There's a myriad of ways that you're going to save a ton of money. And in just this category alone, just kind of this what I call miscellaneous savings. I got a couple of hotel rooms. I rented a car. We went to the movies a couple times. Oh, that's right. We did. We bought some basketball tickets, or we went to a concert, or we went to a football game, or we went to Six Flags, or we went to the museum. We booked an excursion. Just miscellaneous stuff that you do throughout the year. And you can look back and say, wow, we save more money just in the miscellaneous than it even costs for the biggest membership the company has, which means you're getting all those travel points for free, which means you're going on a 4 and 5-star vacation every 6 to 7 months for pretty much for pretty much next to nothing, right? Now, when you book with us, every single customer is guaranteed to save money. In fact, we have a 110% price match guarantee. If you find a rate lower than ours on any public site, good luck with that. But if you do, get fired up, send it into the company. We're not only going to match the rate, we're going to refund 10% of your money. You are guaranteed to save money with our company every single time. Now, our travel site works like every other travel site on the planet. And this is where we get into the documentation over the conversation. So if you look here on the screen, these are screenshots. This is the documentation. And so, this is a screenshot of Expedia and a screenshot of our site. Now, I know it's on a PowerPoint. I know it's a little small. Some of you, like me, may have to put on the readers and get a little close and say, okay, yeah, sure enough, that's the same hotel, same week, same room, same everything until you get to the price. And you're like, wait a minute, are we even talking about the same place? I mean, it's not like there's a price difference. It's a gulf. I mean, they're charging 4,000 something. We're charging 2,000. It's a $2,100 difference, which brings up the very first question that people ask, which is, how did you guys get a better rate than Expedia? And guys, the answer is we don't. We do not have a better rate than Expedia. The rate you see there on the screen, that is the rate. The 2,300, Expedia has the same rate. We have a different business model. Expedia says, 2,300, you say? Well, we'll mark that up to $4,400. And then they go advertise on television, spend tens of millions of dollars. How do you think they're going to pay for all those commercials? They got to mark it up. Tens of millions of dollars in commercials on television. And then they bought up every travel site you can think of. So you may not know this. Whoever invited you here tonight can send you the NBC News investigative reports video where they, broke the story. You think you're price shopping, but you're not, because two companies own every single travel site you can think of. And so they bought them all up. So you go from this site to that site to this site to that site. You're doing all this research. You're over there typing away and shotting. And they're sitting back going, I wonder who they're going to choose. Because the money's coming to the same place no matter who you choose. The fix was in. And guys, all of that ends tonight. We're bringing a completely new model to travel. I call it the Netflix model. If you think about Netflix, they do not make money selling movies. They make money selling a membership that allows you to watch an unlimited number of movies. Guys, as a company, we don't make money selling travel. We make money selling a membership that allows you to book travel without any markup. By the way, Apple Music doesn't make money selling music. They sell a membership. Spotify, Pandora, you're like, yeah, this membership thing's been kind of catching on. I mean, look at the apps on your phone. They're all memberships. Do you belong to Amazon Prime? Belong to Sam's Club? Costco? Got a Hulu? HBO? Do you have a Spotify, Pandora, Netflix? Do you have a Google storage, Apple storage? I mean, I could go on and on and on. You're like, okay, crap, I got a lot of memberships. Guys, we're bringing the membership in the membership economy. We're bringing a membership model, a new model, to the single largest industry in the world. Now, remember that question I asked you earlier. If we only get 1/100th of 1%, it makes us a $1.5 billion company. Enough to retire you, your kids, your grandkids for life if you're a catalyst in that growth from where we are right this moment. And as you look at the price here, and you say, wow, Expedia, 4,400, you guys, 2,300. Do you think that maybe 1/100th of the market might say, I kind of like that $2,300 price better than the $4,400 price? But let's keep going here. Let's not stop there. Here's one more example. This is a place in San Diego. You guys can, again, might have to put on the readers and get a little close here. Okay. This is the Fairmont Grand Del Mar. Okay. Fairmont Grand Del Mar, same hotel. Okay. Same week, same room, same everything. And then you look at the price. And again, like, are we even talking about the same place? They're charging $5,000 on a place that's $1,900. And you're like, how did you guys get a better rate than them? We don't have a better rate than them. We have a better business model. We got rid of all of the markup. We're not playing that game anymore, right? I mean, that's old school. That's the way they did it back in the by the way, true story. They did that back in the 1700s. They did it in the 1800s. They did it in the 1900s. Maybe, just maybe, it's time for a new model. We're bringing the Netflix model so that consumers can book and save a fortune. They can travel twice as much because they can pay half as much. And so this is what we're doing. Do you believe that maybe we could get 1/100th of 1% of that marketplace. How about cruises? Here's 44 different cruise lines that we represent. A little price comparison here. Their price $6,400, our price $5,000. Save the customer $1,400. Do you think that we could get 1/100th of 1% of the people who go on a cruise to say, I like the $5,000 price better than the $6,400 price, right? But guys, as good as all of this is not what made us big. What made us big is what I'm about to show you right now. It's our Dreamcation platform. And this is where we can show anybody, anywhere, any budget, how they can have a dream vacation every single year. We're talking 4 and 5 star. Now, I'm going to show this to you from our platinum perspective. It's our number one seller. 92% of all of our sales are platinum. And so you're going to be getting 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. I'm simply going to show you the kinds of vacations that you're going to become accustomed to. Now, before we get started, some people start asking questions. Is this one of them there timeshares? Guys, hashtag not a timeshare. Never, ever, ever, ever buy a timeshare. Are there any contracts? No. You guys can cancel anytime you wish. No, there's not any penalties to cancel. And never sign a contract. If the company has something good, they should need a contract. We built a model that people don't want to leave. We don't need a contract. We want to have a model that you don't want to leave. You want to stay. You want to tell all your friends. You want to tell your family, man, you got to come check this thing out. It's unbelievable. That's how we grow. We don't advertise on TV. Our next customer is dependent upon you having a wow experience. And guys, we double in size every 8 to 12 months. We got lots of customers coming in, thousands and thousands every single month. Why? Because we're wowing the customer. People say, are there any blackout dates? No. You can book 24/7, 365, no blackout dates. Is there any lack of inventory? Is it hard to get a room? Guys, there's 365,000 weeks right this very second, just in the getaway section. That doesn't include the trip incentive. That doesn't include the weeks we have on the travel site. That doesn't include the world tours. There's 10 to 18 a month of those. Guys, we got so many trips. You're going to need a vacation from your vacations. And when you get traveling with us, that will make sense to you. You will be traveling so much, man, I need a vacation from my vacations. I mean, you're going to be going all over the place for practically nothing, and you're going to love every single minute of it. Do I have to go to any presentations? No. Do I have to become a travel agent? No. What about this? No. What about that? No. Let me say it in Japanese. No. All right. We built the whole thing based on a want to, not a have to. Okay. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about our getaways. Now, what is a getaway? There's 7 nights, 8 days. You can get a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, full kitchen, living room, dining room, flat screen TV, got a fireplace in the living room, a jacuzzi tub in the master suite. Now it's the honeymoon suite, right? So these kinds of places, you can get a 3-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, a 1-bedroom. Maybe you just want to get a studio, but there's 365,000 weeks available right this very moment. Now, I'm simply going to show you the kinds of weeks that you're going to get to go to. Here's the Canary Islands. Now, if you've never been to the Canary Islands, they're just like the Hawaiian Islands. Absolutely, all a bunch of different islands, and they're the rugged volcanic islands. Absolutely beautiful, palm trees, perfect weather, crystal blue water. You're never going to want to leave, but you can go to the Canary Islands. They're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, where the Hawaiian Islands are in the Pacific Ocean. And you can come here for 7 nights, 8 days in total luxury. And you're going to pay $1 per night after you trade in your platinum points. Now, what do them platinum points cost me? Nothing, if you're like a lot of people, because you're going to save more money with the miscellaneous than it even costs for the biggest membership we have. So you're getting your travel points for FREE. I trade my free points in for vacations just like that. I'm going there for $1 per night. Oh, by the way, when you become a member of our company, we also have a way you can take non-members and you can save them a lot of money. There's a travel site they can book on. They can save a lot of money compared to Expedia. And for every dollar they save, you're going to make up to $1 in free airfare or free hotels or free excursions. So you hand out, someone says, man, I need a hotel. They're not a member of our company, but you are. You can hook them up. They go save $500. You just earned up to $500 in free airfare. So guys, we have another way that in addition to earning the points at no going cost, You can earn free airline tickets at no cost, right? There's a multitude of ways we're going to get into. We're just getting started that you're going to be able to travel the world for pennies on the dollar, travel the world for free. And then if you so choose, you can partner with our company, show other people how to do the same thing, and now make some passive residual income. Now, maybe you want to go to Cabo San Lucas. Here you got a 1 bedroom suite. So you got a kitchen, a living room, separate bedroom. It sleeps 4 people. You got to be there 8 days in paradise. If you've never been to Cabo, it's incredible. You're going to be down there for $149 as your total price for all 8 days. Maybe you want to take the kids to Disney. Hey, I'll go get me the 2 bedroom. I got a bedroom for the kids. I got a bedroom for, me and my bride, right? So, we got separate bedrooms. The place will sleep 6 people. I got 2 bathrooms. I got a full kitchen, dining room, living room, fireplace. I mean, the place has got, incredible pools, and they got jacuzzis. We're right outside of the Disney area, and it's only $142. Now, guys, I just described a few trips here. Again, if we can get 1/100th of 1%, that makes us a $1.5 billion company. From where we're starting today, if you are a catalyst and a participant in that growth, it will retire you, your kids, and your grandkids for a life. Do you believe, based on what I'm describing, that it's possible that 1/100th of 1% would say, yes, man, I like the new model. The new model is working for me compared to the old model of where they jack everything up and they run commercials on television and you got to pay a fortune to go anywhere. Now, as good as everything that is, the number one thing we do is what I'm about to show you right now. These are our world tours. This is the signature thing we do. Now, the getaways are 7 nights, 8 days, and you get the full kitchen and those types of things, but there's no food involved. You get your own kitchen, get your own food. Now, the world tours, these are always at 4 and 5-star resorts, and almost always there's food involved. Some of them are all inclusive. Some of them are lunch and dinner, or excuse me, breakfast and dinner. Some are breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Some are just breakfast only. There's one I know that doesn't have any food, but I think almost every one other than one I can think of has food. So almost always there's food involved. Now, the world tours are 5 days, where the getaways are 8 days on average. And some people say, well, why 5 days? Well, a lot of people only get a week off for vacation. So it takes a day to fly there, it takes a day to fly home, and I got 5 days on vacation. That's a week. So we got some longer trips, we got some shorter trips. We're trying to, obviously, cater to all of the different lengths of time that people have for vacation. Now, the world tours, there's 10 to 18 different world tours every single month. So my wife and I, we just got back from a world tour a couple weeks ago. We were in Vail, Colorado. Now, if you are a skier, if you like to snow ski, Vail, Colorado is one of the most coveted destinations on the entire planet. This is where Hollywood goes. If you're a Hollywood person, you make a lot of money, you're not going to Breckenridge, you're going to Vail, Colorado. Now, we were at the Grand Blanc, okay? Now, we're recording, so we're not allowed to tell you the name of the place. But we were at the Grand fill in the blank. It's a 5-star, one of the nicest ski resorts on the entire freaking planet. In fact, I took a picture on the back of the door. The rooms on the back of the door go for $1,700 a night to $7,500 per night. If that gives you the kind of idea of the place that we were at. The breakfast alone for 2 people is $96 per day. And guys, we were there for 5 days in Vail, Colorado at the Grand Blanc in the rooms that cost thousands per night with breakfast included. And our price for all 5 days was like $399 after we traded in our platinum travel points. What did those platinum travel points cost us? Nothing, because we saved more with the membership than it cost for the biggest membership we sell. So the travel points were free to us. Not to mention, we're handing out the travel site, earning free airline tickets. Not to mention, we ain't even got into a bunch of other things yet. We're just getting started. There's more ways that you're going to be able to travel the world at no cost to you. We're just getting started. I'm just kind of, spoon feeding you the different ways here. So that was the world tour. Now, you would think Vail, Colorado, one of the most coveted destinations on the planet, rooms that cost thousands of dollars per night. You're there at the Grand Blanc, breakfast included, 5 days, and your total price was $399. You would think that would be the thing, right? I mean, guys, I get it. I mean, wow. Do you believe we can capture 1/100th of 1%? And you got to be thinking, yeah, okay. Maybe we need to be up in that number by a little bit, okay? But as good as all of that is not the main thing. When you go on a world tour, which we were at in Vail, Colorado, there were 200 other people there from all over the world. I mean, you're going to see them all over the resort. I mean, you'll see them in the breakfast place. You're going to see them in the main lobby. They have this huge fireplace in the lobby. You can see people everywhere. And as you're there on the world tour, you're going to see different people. You're going to see them wearing the Travorium shirts. You're going to see people wearing the Travorium hats. You're going to see people wearing the Travorium backpacks. You're going to see my buddy Jeff Miner in his Travorium Speedo. Okay. You're going to see Travorium in places you don't want to see Travorium. But just kidding, Jeff. But I mean, guys, you're going to say, wow, Jeff, man, where are you from? What do you do? And you're going to meet people from all over the world, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, meet people from Thailand, Singapore. You're going to meet people from Papua New Guinea. You're thinking, Papua New Guinea? Where's that even at? Is that a country? You guys have an Olympic team? I mean, guys, you're going to meet people from everywhere. You're going to meet people from all over Europe. And these people are just like you. And when you meet like-minded people, you begin to have this conversation. And because they're like you, you guys are, of the same mindset, bird of a feather, flock together. And it's like you felt like you were talking for 4 minutes and an hour went by. You're like, you got to be kidding me. We've been talking an hour. And then you go around the corner, you meet somebody else. And it's like, the energy and it's kinetic and you're there and you're in this incredible place. And it's not that you have to do something with the people. I mean, everyone's there on their own, do your own thing. But, you're going to see them here and there. You're going to be on some of the same excursions together. You go to you're going down to the spa, you get in the jacuzzi and there's other people there and you just end up having a conversation. You're like, oh my gosh, this trip was epic. And when you leave there, you're talking about all the people you met, not even almost forgetting that you were in one of the nicest places in the world at a price that almost nobody can believe. And so I state all that just to help you understand that the world tours are not just about the place. They're not just about the price, but it's about the connection to like-minded people. By the way, 1 week from today, my wife and I will not be here on the Zoom. We will be in Cancun on a world tour. It's a brand new world tour for our company. Never been to this property before. It is a 5-star, all the food, all the drinks, ocean front. We're doing a training down there. We got people coming from everywhere, and we're going to be doing a training while we're down there for 5 days. We're going to be hands-on helping people go out and change their life. But anyway, we're going to be down there, all the food, all the drinks, everything included. I think we paid $399, $299. I mean, something so ridiculous. But we'll be on a world tour 1 week from today. Todd, didn't you just get back from a world tour? Yeah, I know. It's a tough life, isn't it? I mean, it's a tough life, but somebody's got to do it. I mean, guys, you heard my wife. We were people that used to struggle to pay the bills, and we had a daughter playing softball. We began to save money. We started sharing that with other people. Guess what? People like saving money on travel. It spread like wildfire, and now we can do what we want, when we want, with whom we want, and we just want to have that happen for you too. Now, let's talk about world tours. We got them everywhere, 10 to 18 a month. All over the world, every kind of destination. You want to go to Cairo, Egypt. You want to go to Vietnam. You want to go all over Europe from Portugal to Venice, Italy. You want to go to Rome. You want to go to Paris. You want to go to Toulouse. You want to go to Kazakhstan. You want to go to Lake Tahoe. You want to be in, we have a world tour right now in Miami. Incredible world tour, ocean front. We got one down in the Florida Keys. We just got back from Vail, Colorado. We got one coming up in New York. We got them all over. We got them in Montego Bay. We got them in South America and Central America. We got them everywhere. And maybe you want to go to Venice, Italy, $259. You want to go to Dubai, one of our number one sellers here, guys. We have countless trips in Dubai. In fact, I was on my Zoom in Spain, and one of our ambassadors, Karina Grossu, she's a one-star ambassador. So she was just in Dubai, and they paid $1 to be there. And so I'm on the Zoom. I say, hey, Karina, by the way, because I'm going to see her in Barcelona at the end of the month. I'm thinking, Todd, wait a minute, you were in Vail, Colorado, you're in Cancun, now you're going to Barcelona? Yeah, I know, it's a tough life. Anyway, I said, hey, I'm going to see you in Barcelona in a few weeks. So I want to pay for your vacation. She goes, you want to pay for my vacation? Yeah, you were in Dubai for $1. I want to pay for that. I want to pay for your vacation. She starts laughing. When I see her, I'm going to give her $1. Hey, and let everyone know I paid for your vacation, right? Sent you to Dubai, 5 days, 6 days, 5-star property, breakfast included. It's on me. Well, here's what's funny. She was in Dubai and she had a huge group there. She's going back this week. We have lots of trips to Dubai. She was there, came back. She's going back with a different group. This trip's also $1. She's going to spend like 12 days in Dubai for $2, right? So I said, hey, by the way, I'm going to pay for both your vacations. And so anyway, guys, in this business, you can have a lot of fun. How about Montego Bay? 5-star, all the food, all the drinks, everything included. Guys, this is for you and your spouse. Total price less than $579. That property, by the way, is out of this world. You want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada? Guys, this is a 5-star. You're going to be here for $4 per night. Hawaii, the beaches of Hawaii for $100 a day. New York, you're going to be in Manhattan at a famous hotel for half the price for 5 days, half the price of what most people are paying per night. You're there for all 5 days for half the money of what most people are paying per night, right? Guys, we got these kind of places all over the world. We have 3 levels of membership. We have our small, our medium, and then the one that everyone actually buys. So the small, $52 a month. Hey, Todd, what am I getting for $52 a month? You're getting to book it better than travel agent rates. I mean, you're going to save more money, between the rental cars, the hotels, the shopping, the dining, the show tickets, concert tickets, all that kind of stuff. That's going to add up to more savings than what it even costs for the biggest membership for a lot of you. And if I can get my buddy Jeff Miner, in fact, Jeff, I'm going to try to come to you if you're still here. I want Jeff to share with you just a couple stories of where he saved money. You're like, wow, I mean, he isn't kidding. I mean, this membership more than pays for itself. The medium membership, it's only $22 more per month than the smallest membership. What am I getting for the extra $22? I'm getting one actual 4- and 5-star vacation every single year. Now, the pricing's not quite as sexy as I showed you during the presentation. So I showed you we could go to the Canary Islands for $1 per night. That was assuming you were a platinum. If you were a titanium, you might have to pay, 15 to 19 bucks a night. You're like, what, are you kidding me? That's amazing rate. I know. It's a great deal. Even if you have the membership that kind of sucks compared to the main membership, right? It's still a great deal. And then we have our platinum, our number one seller, not even close. 92% of our sales come in here. And with this membership, guys, you're getting the tier 1 pricing, like I showed you throughout the presentation. You're saving money in all those different ways. I mean, you're going on a 4- and 5-star vacation every 6 to 7 months. Now, to buy this membership, it's going to cost you $269 one time only. And then 30 days later, you're going to start paying $135 per month. Unless you're like my friend Trudy from Barbados. She came on board, she shared this membership, and she got 3 people in 24 hours to say, man, I want that membership and I want it now. And so because she got all those people signed up, she began to earn commission from the company. Well, the commission she's earning from those 3 people is more money than it costs for the membership. The company says, hey, we'll just take your membership straight off your commissions. It's no longer coming off Trudy's credit card. So Trudy will never see a $135 per month off her credit card. So she's got a membership that's saving her more money than it even costs for the membership, which has given her 2 vacations a year for basically free. And now that she told 3 people, her commissions are paying for the membership, not coming off her credit card. Then she goes and sees her CPA and says, hey, look, if you do this like a home-based business and you're working it with an intention for a profit, you can write off your house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, miles on your automobile. Well, whoa, Mr. CPA, what's that all going to add up to? Well, sure, you got to buy the membership for $135, but you're probably saving $400 to $500 a month in taxes. So you're net $300 to $400 a month. Well, what if I don't pay the $135? Well, then you don't get the tax write-offs. So if you don't pay the $135, you didn't save $135. You lost $300 to $400 a month. Whose side are you on? And you're like, wait a minute, I got a membership that's saving me more money than it even costs for the membership. So I'm getting the travel points for free. I'm turning those in for 4- and 5-star vacations. I got people booking on my travel site. They're saving huge money. I'm earning free airline tickets. I told 3 people like Trudy, my commissions are paying for the membership, and now my CPA is telling me I'm saving thousands in taxes. Who wouldn't do this? Exactly, when you understand the math. That's why I spent some time on it. when you understand the math, this is not about spending money. This is about saving money, making money, and living your dream life, going to the incredible destinations all over the world and doing it for virtually free. And I ask you one more time, do you believe that we can get 1/100th 0.0001 of the population to get excited about that model? If so, from where we are right now, that would make us a $1.5 billion company. If you were a participant and a catalyst in that growth, it would retire you, your kids, and your grandkids for life. Now, in order to do that, you have to become a partner with our company. That's a $99 one time only, every year expense. And that's going to give you your replicated website, your ID number, your tracking, your training, your back office, your Travorium University. Everything is included with that. It gives you your tax advantages. So triple net bottom line. If you want to join the company, it's $369, one time only. And then starting 30 days later, it's $135, unless you're like my friend Trudy, who went and got 3 people in her first 24 hours. Now her commissions are paying for the membership, not her credit card. And so again, incredible model. Now, we've covered a lot, and hopefully by now you're realizing that you have a 100% chance of winning. If you come on board with our company, you have a 100% chance of winning. But we haven't even gotten to the best part, which is our compensation program. And this isn't for everybody, but some of you are going to want to tap into this. My wife and I did. At first, it was just to make a little money, and then we saw it growing, and we thought maybe we could make some good money. Then we thought we could make a lot of money, and then next thing you knew, we were making 10 times as much from the travel business as she was as the O1 manager of the Kohl's department store. And then, of course, today we travel, vacation, have fun, and our income is just growing. It just keeps skyrocketing, which is just really weird. Because back when we worked our butts off, we lived paycheck to paycheck and struggled. Today, we were in Vail, Colorado. We're going to Cancun. Then we're going to Barcelona. I mean, we just keep having fun. The more fun we have, the more money that just keeps piling on, right? And so, guys, if you can't beat them, join them. And now the way we pay you, other companies, Expedia, all those kind of guys, they're wasting tens of millions of dollars on television commercials. Who watches TV commercials anymore? I mean, I DVR my shows and fast forward the commercials, but they're still spending all that money. We don't do that. We take all that money they waste on TV and we pay you. We give you an incredible deal and the incentive to tell your friends about that incredible deal. And when you tell your friends how much money you save, man, we're going to pay you. Your friends tell people, we're going to pay them and you. We got a whole budget we have that we're going to pay you for telling people about the great deal you got, about the money you saved, about how much fun it was, how incredible it was, and it's spreading like wildfire. So I'm going to walk through this pretty quickly, guys. We have a binary compensation program, binary meaning 2. I can only have 2 people. So I bring in my good buddy, John Peters. And guys, John has got a massive, massive, massive team because I did bring on John. John's my personal recruit. And I started putting people below John. And I think last time I checked, John's got like 19,000 people below him on one side. Hey, John, did you know any of those 19,000 people? I have no idea who these people are, but I get paid off every one of them. I mean, John's like, go, Todd, go. And so I got John on one side. And if I got my buddy Jeff Miner on the other side, and I begin to build below Jeff, right? And I'm bringing on people. I'm bringing on Kate, and I'm bringing on Jim. I'm bringing on Jacqueline, right? And I'm putting them down below Jeff, and they go to work, Jeff's like, man, I don't know these people, but I'm getting paid off every single one of them. You can only build 2 legs, and those 2 legs go straight down. And so then the company says, hey, how many customers do you have? When you get to the place that, let's say I bring on 4 people, and my 4 people tell a couple people each. That gives me, a total of 16 customers, 8 customers in my left leg, 8 customers in my right leg. The company says, hey, we're going to pay you on average $500 to $600 a month. Now, some people only make 300, some people make 700, but on average, it's 500 to $600 a month. How'd I get there? I told 4 people, they told a couple people each. Now I got 500, $600 a month showing up every month. Now put that into the equation. I mean, guys, that's an extra 6,000 to 8,000 a year you could be tapping into on top of everything else I described. I mean, imagine, man, life's starting to feel pretty good. I got free vacations. I got this, I got that. I got tax savings. I got an extra $6,000 a month coming in. This Travorium thing is amazing. Well, your 8 people on each side tell a couple people each. That gives you 25 customers in your left leg, 25 customers in your right leg. You are now on average earning $1,500 to $2,000 per month. Well, those 25 on each side, right? They tell a couple people each. Let's say one of those guys is Adam Morrow. Man, this guy's a go-getter, right? Mr. Mojo. You get him in there. And man, we went from 25 to 63 people overnight, right? Well, now I got 63 customers on my left leg, 63 on my right leg. The company's going to pay me a minimum 2,100 a month. Cannot be less. Sometimes I'm getting paid $4,000 a month. Most of you are in that $3,000 per month income range. Huge shout out to my good friend Oksana out of Chicago. It was her birthday on Monday, and she also just went 3-star director. She's cashing this $3,000 per month I'm talking about right now. Happy birthday. Well, from there, those 63 on each side, tell one person each, 125 customers on your left, 125 customers on your right. Well, now you're earning, minimum $3,000 a month. Some of you are making $5,000 a month. Some of you are making $4,000 a month. Well, then, next thing you know, man, you find this guy, Kurt, used to be in the insurance business. Kurt says, hey, I've done this kind of thing before. And Kurt says, I'm going to turn on the gas. Now he brings in a couple people, bringing a couple people. You got 188 customers in your left leg, 188 customers in your right leg. You are now on average earning $9,000 to $12,000 per month in passive residual income. That money comes in month after month after month, irrespective of your day-to-day efforts. Well, as that customer base grows, so's your check. And you go all the way up to $96,000 per month. And guys, you're not capped at 96,000. There's a whole bunch of things that we're not going to get into tonight that just, complicates things, but there's no limit to how much money you can make. There's only a limit to how many people are you willing to share, how you can travel the world for less, how you can earn free travel, and how potentially you can tap into a company and make an unbelievable compensation. Now, one of the things we do when you become an ambassador is we give you what's called the Louis Vuitton experience. And guys, this has just been a smash hit for our company. And so I want to bring my wife back on because she's been a participant in that event multiple times. In fact, I had to buy a safe just to lock up all her purses here at the house. But anyway, we've been to Louis Vuitton multiple times. And so why are so many people fired up and excited about Louis Vuitton?
Well, the Louis Vuitton experience is just one of the many experiences you get to participate in with our company when you become an ambassador. And it was created by one of our founders, Mrs. Adela Hart. It's an absolutely world-class 5-star experience. And what happens is every year when you become an ambassador, you get to go on an ambassador trip. And that's where the trip is paid for. You get airline credit. You're in a 5-star hotel. You get taken to a show, to a concert, breakfast. It's just an amazing experience. Well, one of the things that we do while we're on this ambassador trip is go to Louis Vuitton. And the one you see there on the screen with us holding all the Louis Vuitton bags, that is the one in Paris. Now, each year we do a trip in a different place. Last year was Cancun. The year before was Las Vegas. The year before was Paris. And the year before was Dubai. And the Paris one is the one I was talking about on the screen there. That is the largest Louis Vuitton. It is 4 stories. And on average, it takes about an hour and a half to usually be able to even get in that showroom. Usually the line that wraps around the entire building. It's like waiting for the, best ride at the amusement park you're visiting. But the company took us from the hotel over in a limousine van. And as we pulled up in front of this Louis Vuitton, there was the staff waiting for us. And they greeted us. They started dancing with Mrs. Hart, and they escorted us straight inside. And you can imagine the faces of all the people waiting in line, wondering who we were. So once we got up to the 4th story, it's 2 private showrooms that we were in. Now, typically these showrooms are reserved for celebrities, famous people, professional athletes. But they were beautiful showrooms. And we were served champagne, sparkling water. You get macaroons. Sometimes they've given little sandwiches or cappuccinos. I know when we were in Cancun, it was endless champagne. It's just the level of service that we get when we're inside there is just amazing. And then what happens is we get assigned a private shopping specialist that kind of helps us figure out, what we're really looking for, because to be honest, most people, you just don't go into a Louis Vuitton and get to choose what you really want without thinking about it. And Mrs. Hart, one of the greatest things I think she does during this whole experience is she really prides herself on this whole experience for everybody. And she wants to make sure everybody has a wonderful time and also take out the second guessing, the questioning yourself, and just really help you figure out what you wanted, what fits your style, what fits your lifestyle. And we get people that some people buy, sandals, some people want handbags, some people want sunglasses, cologne, maybe with their shoes. Or we even have an ambassador who got a mink stole a couple of years ago. So everybody's got something different they're looking for. And she kind of really helps you during that experience. Make sure it continues to be fun and not turn into something stressful because it's an uncomfortable situation. And that is just one of the many experiences you get to participate in when you become an ambassador with our company.
Yeah, I think when you think about the Louis Vuitton experience, to me, it's like emblematic of the entire program because it's like the Cinderella type experience you're describing. I mean, most people never even get to go to a Louis Vuitton, or if they do, they don't get to buy anything. Or if they do, it's maybe something small. Or if they do, they had to stand in line for an hour, like everybody else. I mean, how many people get to show up like you own the place and take into the private salon and, treat it like you're royalty and then go shopping on the company gift card? And so it's like a dream. And guys, the same is true with our travel. It's not just the fact that you're getting to travel more. It's the fact that when you see the kinds of places, the 4 and 5 star type resorts, I mean, many people, we hear it all the time. I've never been in a room like this nice in my life. I've never been in a place like this. I mean, they're like, it's not just the fact that I'm here. It's like, wow, look at this place. This is a dream come true. But guys, again, I don't want you to take my word for it. Again, we talked about documentation over a conversation. I invited a few people on. I didn't set them up ahead of time. I just happened to see them on here tonight. Invited a few. In fact, a few told me no. Which means not. I have to send them an invitation to be a panelist. And some people decline. They could be combing their hair. They can have rollers in their hair. They could be in their bathrobe. I'm not coming on camera, Todd, right? And I didn't set anybody up ahead of time. But I did get a few people that accepted the invitation. One of them I was just in Vail, Colorado with. In fact, I've known this guy for a couple of years, 3 years, but long time now. But I got to meet him in person for the very first time. He's a true cowboy. They got a big ranch and horses and cattle and all those other kind of things. But Jeff, for the benefit of everyone that's on here, kind of who you are, what you do for a living, where you're from, how you learned about the program. I talked about people saving money. Is there any truth to that?
Oh, absolutely, Todd. Great to see you. Great to see Gina. Yeah, it's been when you use the word epic. How we found out about this. Of course, my sponsor is Daryl and Maria Roberts, and we had met them, previous to Travorium, but it's been incredible. To go to Vail. We're only, we live 2 hours from Vail, so. My daughter is a Nordic ski racer, was ranked very high in the country, skied for Aspen on the U.S. national team and things of that nature. So we spent time in Vail, but we never were able to spend at a place where we just had our world tour. It was incredible for us as a family, me and Teresa. It validated for her what the company was about. She thought, maybe it's too high class for us, or we won't fit in. Yeah, we ranch. We run an outdoor education training facility, one of the largest outdoor recreation, hunting, fishing, ski, horsemanship programs in the nation. And so we deal with down to earth people. We deal with a lot of veterans going into the workforce, and we're presenting that to all of our students. All of our military students get to see this multiple times, and we could never do what we've done. And it's just been an absolute incredible I guess, venture for us. I mean, Daryl basically had to push me and prod me and push me and prod me. And I'm very analytical, which is not very good in this industry, to keep mulling over stuff. And he finally said, "Do you trust me? Just spend $350 for gosh sakes." And from there, we've made some money, and what we've saved has been incredible. So going forward, we cannot wait for July. We certainly cannot wait for the conference in Las Vegas coming up. It's over my birthday. It's over my daughter's birthday. So we'll all be there. She's she's kind of got to get in to see the program as well, but it has been an absolute dream for us.
Now, Jeff, just real quick, because you talked about saving money, and I've been telling people, hey, you can save more money in the miscellaneous than it even costs for the biggest membership we've got. And so, I mean, can you give me a couple of examples of, places you've saved money and what kind of money you saved?
Yeah, I mean, we've done we rent vehicles for our winter business and for our hunting business every year. So we go to typically Enterprise, rent from there direct, right in Grand Junction. And a year ago or a year and a half ago, we decided to go through Travorium and book it instead of going right through with the broker that I go through year in and year out. And we saved on a 2.5 week rental. We saved $1,400. It was a savings of $700 per week from
Wow.
what Enterprise had it directly. And we also did the same thing in Anchorage, Alaska, when Jordan raced in the U.S. Nationals up there. We got our rental car for 10 days. It was a little SUV. We saved, I think, $80 per day on that, and it was paying like $30 a day for a 10-day rental. So that part for us just saves us money every day. So it's paid for its membership over and over. And we can't be more thrilled enough for what Daryl and Maria basically really pushed us to do. Because otherwise I wouldn't have done that in any way, shape, or form. And then, like I say, the world tour in Vail, which is real close to us, was just an absolute dream experience for me and Teresa.
Yeah, and for those of you guys who didn't follow the math, Jeff say 1,400 on the truck rental, another, the SUV up in Alaska, another $800, guys, that's $2,200. The biggest membership we got, 1,600, which means that he got all the travel points for free. So this epic, unbelievable experience they had in Vail, Colorado, they turned in their free travel points and went on that experience. And that's the thing I'm trying to describe. That, and again, and Jeff, I love the way you say it too, because I mean, sometimes it took a little time or a little effort to get someone to see the light or to analyze it and break it down. And are you sure? And I don't know. That sounds right to me. I get all that, right? But I mean, eventually, with people, if they're at least open, if you're open and you come look and you're willing to do the due diligence and look at the live pricing demonstrations and meet enough different people, you're like, holy crap, this is true. Every bit of it's true. And you're like, man, who wouldn't do this? And then you begin to realize, man, no wonder these guys are growing so rapidly. But hey, Jeff, I just happened to see you on here tonight. I appreciate your Travorium Speedo. And
I love the robe. Even in a cowboy hat, in the hot tub, it still looks good.
Exactly right. So, hey, Jeff, thanks for coming on tonight. Appreciate you sharing. Hey, guys, we're going to bounce over to
Have a great night.
You too, Jeff. We're going to bounce over to Las Vegas, Nevada. My buddy Kyle. And the great thing about Kyle is that Kyle was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's worked in the resorts in Las Vegas his entire life in some form, flavor, or capacity. Now, if you guys don't know this, there's an airport, like a major airport in Las Vegas, and there's also a major private airport in Las Vegas. Now, there's this huge private airport. Why? Because they got so many private jets flying in here with the oligarchs and the oil guru, the sheiks and the, people from Asia. Billionaires fly into Las Vegas, Nevada. They're given the huge penthouse suites and all of the amenities, and they got the Michelin chefs and the 5-star dining and the best entertainment in the world. And everything is here. So this is a guy who spent his life in the resort world, knowing, man, he knows something about amenities, something about nice resorts. something about how to put on a show. And so, Kyle, with your experience of being a person who was raised in the travel luxury arena, how long you been with the company, and what have been some of your experiences? How many vacations have you been on now?
I'm planning for 38, 39, and 40. So technically 37, but still so much in my brain on the stuff that's coming up.
So you've actually been on 37
Yeah,
vacations with our company. Okay. So
yes,
clearly you like it.
yes. I regret that I can't go to Cancun with you there again.
Yeah, because we were
uh,
we were in Cancun last year together. That's right.
yeah, it's just so many great trips, so many possibilities. Um, and I mean, there's so many memories. Hello, Jeff. I met Jeff not face to face, but we talked for God 3 years now. Um, there's just so many different experiences. It's hard to take one and say that's the best experience. All everything that I've booked has been like, wow, I wish they had this in Vegas. I wish they had this in Vegas because Vegas has a couple of 5 stars, but the majority of them are 3 stars. So 3 trips in Cancun bring back a lot of memories. My first time to Cancun, actually, it was supposed to be about $3,000 for 5 days. I only paid $98. This was during COVID time. They had Cirque du Soleil performing, the only Cirque du Soleil performing in the world at the time. Um, they had 9 hotels. You could pick and choose which one you wanted, and they had upgrades. But the regular option was more than enough for me. It had 2 beds, way too much room, balcony, all of that. Um, they had 5 pools connected with a theme park wave pool, also shopping, dining, and the real ocean was right next to where the main pool was, so you could go back and forth. There's just so many memories. Everybody's going to find something that they like. You might not like all the same things, but for me personally, my top 4 are all great. Beaches in Mexico, Cancun, and Puerto Vallarta. Um, I just want to say wow all the time. You, there's just so many experiences. Just great company, great people, uh, great benefits, and it's getting better all the time. The new platform, there's just so much I'm looking at every day. I'm like, okay, should I switch this? Should I do that? Um, just wow.
Well, Kyle, again, thank you coming on and sharing because again, you bring a certain background. You're not just a regular. I mean, you're a regular guy, but I mean, you've got a background in luxury travel. You've lived in Las Vegas your whole life, worked in every kind of resort capacity. You know what it's like, to the very nice places and the amenities and what to expect and the fact that you've been on 37 vacations with us, I mean, clearly you like it, right? And he's
Yeah,
benchmarking against some of the nicest places in the world. So that's the great thing about Kyle is he kind of got to give you that frame of reference. Like, man, there's obviously some unbelievable places here. So, guys, we talked to Jeff about, my gosh, he's saving more money than it costs for the membership. You're talking to Kyle and hearing about all the amazing vacations. Yeah, I want to throw this out to Barbados, to my friend Trudy, who I referenced during the presentation. I said, hey, Trudy came on board, and within 24 hours, Trudy had brought on 3 people. And so within 24 hours, Trudy had, gotten to a place where she was earning more in commission every month than the membership cost. So this is no longer coming off her credit card. Well, guess what? Her entire team. I mean, every time I turn around, there's a new rank advancement every other day for her team. I'm like, man, what are they putting in the water in Barbados? I mean, you guys are killing it out there. But Miss Trudy, from your vantage point, we're gonna have you kind of close it up for the night, but maybe kind of share with people, your excitement and how your team is growing and making money.
Thank you very much for bringing me on board, Todd. All I want to say, right, that this is the easiest business to do. This business sells itself. You don't have to sell anything. All you have to do is invite people to come to listen to Todd talk, And when by the time Todd don't talk to you, you're ready to sign up. That's all I can say. What I can say to you is that I love the opportunity. When I first saw this opportunity, I was blown away. I said to myself, between now and December the 31st of December 2025, I can make sure Barbados have the first millionaire in Barbados, just like Todd, because he's going to be coming to Barbados in another 3 months' time. He can be coming to Barbados to present to do some presentations and to meet people in Barbados because we can have some people ranking up with some big ranks and people some ambassadors from Barbados. Anyway, what I want to say to you though that this take this serious. Don't just come on the calls and just listen every night. Come on the calls and make a decision. Decide to just take the money and just get involved and start your business because you don't know how far this business can take you. I watch this presentation every single night, and every single night it gets better and better and better and better. All I want to say to you is just invite people to the call. You can get this done. This is nothing hard to do. Just invite people to the call. People will join in a week, in a month, in 2 months, and people are going to join. All you have to do is just do the homework. Invite people, no matter who they are, where they come from, no matter if they have money, don't have money. Just invite them to come and listen to the call because the head person that you think that don't have money is the head person that will sign up with somebody else. But at least you did it first. You invite them first. So all I'm saying to you is take that first step. Don't waste time. Don't let another day pass you. If you have the money now, join now. Don't wait. Don't wait another second because you never know what is in store for you.
All right, Miss Trudy, thank you for sharing. Congratulations to you, to your entire team. And guys, I love her advice, right? Hey, just take action, just get on the calls. We do the heavy lifting. All you got to do is invite someone to come take a look. I mean, again, I began this presentation. Do you believe, based on what I showed you, that we can get 1/100th of 1% of the travel community say, man, I like that new model more than that Expedia model? If so, that makes us a $1.5 billion company, starting from where we are today. We're already doubling in size every 8 to 12 months. We're already adding tens of thousands of customers every year. We're already in 78 countries now. 78, that's the official number now. 78 different countries. But guys, we're just at the beginning. We're just getting started. And if you were to come on board and be a participant and a catalyst in our future growth, they could retire you, your kids, and your grandkids for life. So get back with the person who invited you to be here. Miss Gina, thank you for do what you always do every Wednesday night. Mr. Jeff Miner, thank you, sir. Kyle, Trudy, guys, have a great evening, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow night. We're gonna have Mr. Danny Bling Bling. He's back from Europe. He's been gone for a few weeks, I think. Who knows where Danny's? I mean, guys, when you know you understand Danny, you'll laugh. I mean, I got to check. Who knows? I mean, the guy could be in Tahiti for all I know. Anyway, so most likely we're gonna have Danny Segwin here tomorrow night, sharing his incredible story. Same bat time, same bat channel. So come back tomorrow night. We're gonna have a brand new presenter giving you guys more about our company. But guys, have a great evening and God bless. Good night, everyone.